So we've developed a DVD program that takes a personal look at unplanned pregnancy, and it's designed to sensitively and compassionately raise awareness of and increase understanding of the issues many women face when confronted with an unplanned pregnancy. So it's really a three-part documentary. It has the stories of two women, one of whom experienced an abortion and one who experienced an unplanned pregnancy but managed to keep her child. And it has also got the more fuller and complete version of Catholic teaching on abortion. And these are available through our office, through the Life office, and I'm sure we'll arrange with Robin and Mads to make these available to all of you as well. This DVD has been successfully used by the Religious Education and Pastoral Care team here in Melbourne to help raise awareness of these issues throughout Catholic schools in Melbourne, and especially with Catholic principals. And it's a way then of opening up this whole issue. And I know in the past that the Catholic Education Office here in Melbourne was quite opposed to some of the videos that were being used. Again, just thinking they weren't very sensitive and not really appropriate for us in our time and where many people's experience was. So we now are finding that as a result of using this DVD to open up this area, many of the Catholic principals are being approached by students or by teachers when they're pregnant, and we now have opportunities. We won't always be able to help them, but at least if we're now hearing and they're coming to us, there's some chance that we can reach those young girls and women through the Catholic system as well. So apart from being just a DVD, it's also a CD-ROM, which means there's lots of key documents on this DVD as well. We've also developed a practical guide just to help give us all some language about how we might open up these conversations if someone does approach us and say they're pregnant and they don't know what to do, or their granddaughter's pregnant, or somebody they know is pregnant. Just some clues. And again, we don't have all the answers. We're not saying we've now got it all worked out. But we're just hoping to start to try and make a difference and to start to help to involve many more people in trying to reach out and help those who are vulnerable. Since the DVD and the CD-ROM, we've also developed a 5-minute short YouTube clip which gives an overview of the DVD. And for instance, it could be used in church bulletins or newsletters or anywhere that you can insert it, just letting people know that there is help and healing available to anyone who needs it. But I'm delighted to say, apart from that good news, I don't know if there's any of you here from Brisbane. Perhaps if there are ladies from Brisbane, you might know about some of the work that's been going on with Walking with Love in Brisbane. Walking with Love has now developed in Brisbane to a parish-based initiative that offers pregnant women and new mothers support and practical care. So this has been a joint collaboration between Centre Care, which is now Catholic Care in some areas, and the Care and Concern Network, and the John Paul II Centre for Family and Life, which is really a bit like the Respect Life Office or the Life, Marriage and Family Office in Brisbane. And so they've been able to build on their existing networks and experience. They've been able to train volunteers, and I'm delighted to say that in the last year they've assisted over 80 women through that parish network who've come forward to ask for help and support. So we're also working on establishing something similar in Melbourne, but we didn't have an existing network to tap into, so we're building that now as we speak. We've begun by placing a large billboard out the front of the parish of St Leonard's in Glen Waverley, which has the image, the Walking with Love image, and reads, "Walking with Love, helping women and families with unplanned pregnancy." And this in itself is a huge achievement. Springvale Road is one of the busiest in Melbourne, and the group in the parish have been doing wonderful work, winning a lot of people over in their local area. And many of us will know how hard it is to get council permission for anything. But we discussed, would we just put the sign up and you know, have it taken down or not have permission? And I think sometimes councils let the sign stay up for a few months if it's for a fete. But the great team at St Leonard's now have managed to win over their council and have got permission for that sign to stay up for 15 years in their area. But I think that can only be the work of the Holy Spirit. So yes, thank you. So placing that sign has led us, gave us an opportunity to go into the parish and explain what Walking with Love is about, and explain I guess, the more sensitive ways of raising this. And often, I think, in the past, the church hasn't, people haven't, perhaps priests haven't, all of us haven't wanted to raise sometimes these issues because we know someone is there who's had an abortion and we don't want to further wound them. So hopefully this new language, this new way of speaking about it, although for many of you it won't be new at all, but saying it's new gives us a new opportunities to go in and talk about it and to reach, I hope, many more people. And we've had some great new developments here in Melbourne as well in the last few months, in that Centre Care, Catholic Care now are working with us on this initiative, and we're looking to see how we could do very similar work to Brisbane. And we have a number of other parishes interested too. So I just wanted to share that with you, as there are signs of hope and new things happening. And just finally to leave us with some words of Pope Benedict, who says that love or caritas will always prove necessary, as many people we encounter will be suffering from isolation and a sense of not being loved. He encouraged us, writing that the Christian's program, the program of the Good Samaritan, the program of Jesus, is a heart which sees where love is needed and acts accordingly. And Carl Anderson adds that each encounter with those in need is actually an opportunity to create a civilization of love, one person, one act at a time. And charity is as indispensable for those of us giving it as it is for those who receive. For each charitable act speaks the very language of faith and hope, and each time that language is spoken, it builds up a civilization of love. So it's my hope that through initiatives like Working with Love, together we might indeed build up a new culture of life and love. Thank you all very much.